do I get myself motivated? Honestly, I like to listen to Beyonce's Flawless while running like a sweaty fool. Flawless, flawless, flawless. Probably won't work for everybody. If you're in need of motivation to get work done, whether that's schoolwork, office work, or even creative work, it might be helpful to first understand that the 3 key ingredients to motivation are autonomy, value, and competence. We are the most motivated when we feel like we are autonomous, that we're doing a project because we want to do it, not because we're being forced to. Secondly, we want to feel like what we're working on offers some kind of real-world value, either to our own personal lives or to the world at large. You know what's great? Having a sense of purpose. Third, we want to feel competent. We want to feel like we're good at whatever it is we're doing. That fosters self-confidence, which then fosters motivation to keep on doing it. Feeling autonomous, valued, and competent is obviously the best case scenario in terms of motivation. What we're more concerned with is what to do when you don't have those key magical motivational ingredients. Well, obviously you can do this. We're flawless, ladies. Or not. Of all the things that I read about the science of motivation, the one big thing that jumped out to me that seems like it could make a really big difference when you are stuck getting motivated with something, especially if it's something that you don't necessarily feel all that competent with, kind of like where I was when I first started making YouTube videos. Autofocus, manual focus, white balance, jump cuts. I don't know what to do. Is the importance of approaching work with a growth mindset versus a fixed mindset. This crucial difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset, particularly when it comes to motivation and learning, has been studied a lot in classroom applications. What they found is that teachers who approach students from a growth mindset, hey, look at how hard you're working, rather than from more of a fixed mindset. Hey, little Johnny, aren't you so smart? Hey, Jane, aren't you a dumb bag of rocks? No wonder you can't divide 7 into 29, you old fart face. That teacher should get fired, I think. Those kids who buy into this belief that, hey, they might not be great at math, but they can get better, guess what? They do get better. Quick side note that this growth mindset is especially important for girls. There's this thing called the stereotype threat often at work, particularly when it comes to us doing math and science. This idea that we will perform lower when we are threatened with the prospect of confirming a negative stereotype about us. Doing a little armchair theorizing here, it seems like one antidote to that kind of stereotype threat, and to people in general who might feel intimidated by the work at hand, is to remember the power of the growth mindset. There are days when I wake up and I have zero motivation to get outside and blast Flawless into my ear holes and run around like a sweaty fool. I woke up like this. What do you do then? Social scientists would tell you, just do something, make it small. There is a psychological phenomenon called the Zeigarnik effect, which essentially is a term for our human compulsion to finish what we start. Write one sentence, put down one idea, make a to-do list, whatever it might be, to do one thing that will then maybe kickstart a little competence, that will then remind you maybe of some value, perhaps instill a sense of autonomy. Ultimately, when you add that up, motivation then reflects back on your sense of self and who you are and what you're putting into the world. And that's pretty motivating.